All right. It's Wednesday. It's FOMC, baby. The Fed's gonna talk today. Who's excited? I'm excited. It should be a wild ride. I'm kind of like, I woke up this morning, I saw the market gapped up a little bit. I thought we would be stuck in a range. That's exactly kind of, I think, what we got. We had that range here today, but now, you know, obviously, like, in hindsight, looking at this chart, I'm like, oh man, maybe I should have took some trades this morning, but I'm okay either way. So we'll see what happens here. We got the FOMC, the Fed, coming out with their minutes here later on today. Will they raise basic points? This is what I'm predicting, right? If the Fed doesn't come out at 1% or higher, like they got to be aggressive here. Like, if they don't come out aggressive, if they show any type of fear and they don't raise 1% basis points, or just, well, I guess 1%. If they don't raise 1%, then the market's going to get murdered. 0.75 basis points, maybe it's okay. Maybe the market kind of, is okay with that. But anything less than that, and the market's going to get just murdered. Absolutely murdered. So it should be an interesting ride. We'll get some good volatility. Once that the minutes come out, we're going to get some insane volatility. And then, we'll see a trend either up or down. Right now, the NASDAQ's up 1.3% on the day going into the news. So, Bangladesh, let's go, baby. 279 on the SPY right now. Looking this area here, this bottom, 278.86. And then down here, we got some support, or this kind of previous area of resistance that we broke through, that 276.50 area. So, should be a fun day. A little late to the party, but I don't know. I kind of woke up this morning. I was like, all right. I already kind of knew, what was going to happen in terms of going sideways, and I didn't want to waste my time. So here at the open, what'd you guys get going at the open? Anything going on? A couple little pops, a little choppy there at open, but finally kind of finding that top there at the 281, pulling back down there 279, and then reaching up there to that 281 again. So if the Fed comes out with some really bullish news, if they're aggressive on raising, I think there's a really good possibility that we just squeeze to the moon here. Have like a 3 or 4% day, upside day. We got the VWAP there at the 280s now. Yeah. It's setting up, baby. We're setting up for something to happen. The downside here, I think the downside's pretty nasty here. From 279 down to 273 would be, I think 273 would be very, very doable if this Fed doesn't really do what the market wants it to do. I'm for reals, getting the 4 times, the 4xer, baby. Let's go. I like it. I like to make 4 times my money. Okay, all right. Seeing here on the IronBeam app, what's going on? This last sell-off from the 570s down there, the almost 100 handle drop there in like the last 30 minutes. Not liking that resistance up there at the top. So interesting, very interesting. So we're sitting back here getting ready for the FOMC meeting here later on today. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Let's pop it. Let's pop it. Let's drop it. Let's go. Let's go. To the moon. To the moon. We going. We going. Looking here at the SPY as well. The SPY down to that 376 level. Trying to find a little bounce there right now. No trades for me so far until we get this FOMC meeting out of the way. And then maybe I'll look to make a trade. But just being patient, waiting, watching. Looking for opportunities. Patience is the name of the game, my friend. You want to make money in this market, you got to have patience. You want to get paid, you gotta have patience. Patience, Billy. All right, all right. Got about 45, what about? No, about 50 minutes, about an hour. I'll say we've got about an hour until the FOMC meeting minutes come out, so. What you all up to today? What you guys been doing today? Everybody been having a good time? Everybody been making some money? Money, 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 money? Matthew, no money yet. Wow, Mr. Matthew. I thought, come on, what happened? What's up? Let's go, boys. Where that money at? Where that money at? Come on. Just sitting back here, waiting, watching. That 376 level here on the SPY should be something to keep in mind for later on. Needing to hold. Nas, shorten Ethereum. Let's go. Short it all, baby, to the ground. Cryptocurrency going to zero. It's going to zero. Cryptocurrency. It's so funny, like all my like friends and normal people, everyone's like, man, you must be hurting, you must be broke. I'm like, why is that? And they're like, oh, yeah, I saw the market's crashing. I'm like, no, my friends. We make money when the market goes up, the market goes down. The worst market for me is a market that doesn't move. A market that doesn't move. That's nothing worse than that. It's what I don't want. It's what I don't need. I want that action. I want it hot. I want it fast. I want it strong. I want it long. That was a little weird, but you get what I'm putting down. You get what I'm putting down, right? Might have got live a little too early here, but hey, we're getting ready. We got about 50 minutes, baby. I'm for reals is looking for the 367, 368 area for a bounce. Today? On the SPY? Is that, you meant 376? Or 367? 367? Ay, ay, ay. $367. So from where we're at right now, if you look, if we drop to 367 from here, it's about a 2.5% move down. It's not undoable. Possibly, maybe. Should I just start buying the dip here? Just get long going into the FOMC meeting. Just buy like 100 contracts, baby. Fuck it, we're going long, baby. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But should we? Baby, don't love me. Up to the VWAP now on the Qs, up to the 280, 15 area now. Are they gonna just pump this back to the moon before the FOMC meeting? Oh, that would be magical, wouldn't it? Pump it back, pump it back. We're right there at the VWAP right now, 280.11 on the Qs. We'll see what happens here. I'm not expecting really much going on in terms of action until we get this minutes to come out. I think if he does 75, it'll be bullish, Nas. We want him, honestly, because you gotta think about it like this. If the Fed comes out and says that the economy's not strong enough to handle, 75 basis points, well, then it's basically confirming that we're going into a recession. So it's almost like the Fed needs to come out even harder, higher, is what I would say. Like, I feel like the Fed has to be confident here. Strong, confident. So pushing back above the VWAP here, 280.32 right now on the Qs. I honestly don't really care what happens. Best case scenario, the Fed comes out and I don't know. I guess either way, I don't really know what the best case scenario here is, because I want the market to go lower because I want to buy, I want to buy more, and I definitely want crypto to get crushed. Like, I would love for Bitcoin to hit $8,000 on this pullback here. People think it's not possible, but hey, back in 2020 when I was buying Bitcoin at $3,000, everyone said it wasn't possible either. So I like to buy on that deep discount, baby. So right now the Q is having a little bit of trouble there at the VWAP. Like I said, I'm not taking any trades until after the FOMC meeting. I think we're gonna kind of just, maybe we grind higher here, but That was a big spike in volume there, though. Big spike in volume right there. Are people getting long? Are people getting long before the meeting? Huh. Some crazy people. Bunch of crazy people out there. All right. If you're just now tuning in, welcome. We're sitting here getting ready. We're ready for the FOMC meeting. The minutes to come out today, boys. This could literally, we're witnessing history right now. We're witnessing history. Think about that. Like, you are literally living through history. In the future, they could talk about this moment, this day, for the rest of financial, economy, history, life. They're like, remember that time when the Fed was either going to raise 75 basis points or they're going to raise 50 basis points? Well, this is what happened. Like, we're living in that moment right now. The history is being made and we're all a part of it. Hopefully we're going to profit from it. That's what I'm looking for. I want to make some money today, boys. I want the history books to look back and go, man, Patrick Wieland was live on YouTube when the minutes came out, and he made a lot of money. Put that in the history books. Let's go. He made lots of money. So as I kind of expected here, just kind of grinding, not really pushing up here, just kind of sitting right now, 280 level. Make a bunch of dollars. So I'm gonna wait. We'll wait for the Fed. The minutes come out, right? There's gonna be a big spike up or down. And then we wait to really wait for a setup. Like, there will be a setup to come. Like, even during that volatility, there'll be a setup. So we just gotta, have the patience, not jump in right away. Don't be stupid, Stick to the plan. Just like every trade. Every single trade, the same idea, right? And that's what we're looking to do. Capitalize off of that. He doesn't speak till 2:30, but the minutes come out at 2. It's not a meeting. They already had the meeting. The minutes is what we're looking for. Basically, the minutes will be the what do you call it? The summary of the meeting. Market is going sideways here, 280 level right now. Getting ready for the minutes. It's the Qs. We're looking at the Qs, the NASDAQ. QQQ for the ticker symbol. We've also got the SPY here as well. So we got the SPY, we got the Qs. Let's see what happens here, boys. I like that way of looking at it, Freddie. I like that. I like that way of looking at it. Whenever the recession is announced, I also think the bottom, this is what I've been telling people, I think the bottom for this market happens when the president, when the government comes out with some really crazy, like, what do you call it? You know, plan to save the economy. If they say they're going to print another $1 trillion to give out stimulus checks, then that might be the bottom. But I don't, like, can they do that? Do they? I don't know. Can they print another $1 trillion to give out stimulus checks again? The problem is the stimulus checks do not work. It doesn't work. You give, you know, you give a bunch of people, just give everybody in America $1,000 bucks. Like, what does that really do for them? People need way more than $1,000 now. Hell, just to fill up my truck right now costs $1,000 in gas. It does create more inflation, yes. So, like, what would be, I'm trying to think, like, what would be the economic rescue plan? Like, how do you save the economy while not creating more inflation? Cut the taxes for the poor and raise taxes on the rich. See, the problem is, like, if you raise taxes on the rich, all they're going to do is figure out a way to not pay taxes. Like, there's a reason that rich people are rich, right? The reason they're rich is because they figured out how to play the game. So, I don't know. I think it's just not that cut and dry. You know, you just can't, it's not that cut and dry where you can say, like, oh, we just raise taxes on the rich and it'll all be solved. So, and the problem is the government really can't afford to cut spending either. I mean, they're already, like, the government's already running in a deficit. So it's like decreasing spending, well, it just won't work either. A flat tax. I've always said that a flat tax would be perfect for the entire, just everybody, no matter how much money you make. You just pay a flat tax, 15% across the board. If you're a billionaire, a millionaire, I don't know what someone who makes only $1,000, but if you don't make a lot of money, but yeah, if you just do 15% across the board, non-deductible, just straight up flat tax. They can make it electronic. Literally, every time money goes into your bank account, they just take a tax. A national sales tax, no income tax. Ouch. The problem is people would just try to get around the sales tax. Universal income, never gonna happen. I like it. We got a good discussion going here. We should be the guys, like our group right now. We should put us in the meeting with Jerome Powell. We'll solve the problems, boys, together. We can solve it together. Yeah, I know. It really, there is no like perfect answer. I watched a documentary yesterday, or just a video on YouTube explaining like how we took over the Middle East in Saudi Arabia. And man, like, no wonder. Like, you ever think why there's all these people that have like conspiracy theories? Because like, it's all fucking crazy. Like, it's literally insane. Like, what went on in Saudi Arabia? We went there in the 1930s, 1940s, the USA. Like, the whole thing is fucking nuts. The guy that built all of the oil infrastructure, that built all the USA bases, guess who his son was? Osama bin Laden's dad. Osama bin Laden's dad was the guy that built all of the oil infrastructure and all of the bases for the US in Saudi Arabia. It's fucking nuts. The whole thing. Like, everybody thinks that it's like, it's just all random, but nothing is random in life. Like, literally nothing randomly happens anymore. It's all planned. It's all just one big agenda. End welfare for anyone under 60 years old, period. That might hit home, hit some homes. In Mexico, they have work programs in Mexico where, like, if you're living on government welfare, blah blah blah, in Mexico, they'll have a job where, like, you take a 5-gallon bucket, and you just like literally walk down the road picking up rocks, like off the road and stuff, cleaning the road. Like, if that doesn't incentivize you or make you want to go get a job and get off of welfare, I don't know what will. Oh, just picking up rocks all day. I'll pass. I'm not afraid of a good day's work, but I might pass. Oh my, they're gonna pump this thing up right now? Are they pumping this thing up? They're gonna pump this to the moon right now, boys? From the 510 area up there to 540 now. I didn't think they would pump this right now, but they're pumping it. How many fake outs? There's an old saying in the market that normally the first move is the fake out, and then the second move is the actual move. So we'll see what happens. We're trading the NASDAQ, we're trading the SPY, we're trading the overall market. Right now, looking at futures on the MNQ. Let's go, boys. Man, they're really pumping this thing right now. Damn it. I didn't think they would pump this. Yeah, so the month changed to September on those contracts. Trading the September contracts now. They're pumping it. They're pumping it right into the minutes. Am I gonna cover the Fed meeting? Oh yeah, baby, we're gonna be doing it live right here on the channel. The best part is we're gonna know I mean, we won't know exactly the news, but we're gonna know the news as it's happening. When that news comes out, you're gonna see some drastic moves here. I mean, it'll be flippy floppy, up and down, massive moves. Right now, the SPY and, well, the NASDAQ's up 1.7% on the day. The Qs and the SPY is about a 1% on the day. They're not gonna, Krenin, they're not gonna talk at 2 o'clock. The Fed, it's the minutes. They've already had their meeting, right? Like the Fed's already had their meeting. So now that they've had their meeting, they're gonna put out the minutes, and then the minutes are going to be there. So damn, Ricky Gutierrez is live right now. Son of a bitch. Let's see what he's up to. I can't believe Ricky had a kid. Oh, this was earlier. Crash update. Get ready. Why are some saying the market is going to crash? Well, there's a lot of reasons, Tony. You got inflation. You got you know, just mostly inflation. Inflation's a big issue. You got the war in Ukraine. You got food costs. You got gas costs. You got housing costs. I mean, obviously that's all part of inflation, but I mean, people are literally just getting screwed over here, top to bottom, left and right. Toilet paper shortage. We got a toilet paper shortage again? Nas, if it's 75 points, the market's going higher. If it's 50 points, the market's going down. Let's see if that plan works out here. Let's see. We'll see. We'll find out. We're gonna find out here, boys. We got 116 people watching. We got 23 likes. Let's blow this baby up. We're getting ready for the FOMC, the meeting, the minutes to come out. Like I said earlier, I think like 75 basis points is almost like it's almost like it's demanded. Like it's got to happen. So what would be bullish is if the Fed comes out with like, you know, 1%. If they come out at 1%, then that could, I feel like that would be bullish. And the market's gonna rally. Yeah. So 100 basis points, baby. 100 basis points. We'll see what happens. So right now, if you're looking at the stream, we're using the IronBeam app. The IronBeam app for trading here. Futures platform. If you guys haven't traded futures before, well, you're missing out. I got a lot of videos on the channel talking about futures and all that fun stuff. I actually posted a video today. I posted a really interesting video today, guys. Hopefully you guys all watch it later, talking about a trading strategy that I tested 70 trades. I tested 70 trades and it had about an 85% win ratio. And what was even more interesting about the whole setup was kind of seeing what the potential profit was. You know, like I always say that now, you know, like you're looking for potential profit, but like going through 70 trades, all of those trades yielded maybe 50 to 100 points. Like almost, well, not all of them, obviously there was the losers, but 85% of those trades that I went through the month of May, they pushed 50 to 100 points before kind of being validated. So definitely something to think about. I think that's like my biggest issue it's not holding long enough, you know, not capitalizing all the way off of the potential profit, boys. So, something to think about. So we're getting ready here for the minutes to come out. We got about 24 minutes now. 24 minutes till the end of the world, or the beginning of the world. That's the best part about it. This could, you know, this could really be a bullish opportunity, or this could really just murder everybody as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, boys. Michael Burry thinks the SPY is going to 160. Ouchies, 160. That's about another. That's a what? 50 over 50% drop. That'd be over a 50% drop there on the SPY. That would be kind of drastic. But hey, Michael Burry, he did predict the you know, the housing market crash, and everyone thought he was crazy. So, you know, we'll see. If you're just now tuning in, you haven't hit that like button, do me one favor, hit that like button. Let's blow this likers up, baby. Let's blow it up. Just heard a rumor that the Fed is going to raise rates by 100 basis points. I just said that. I literally just said that. Not a rumor, but I said it's possible. Not a rumor, but it's possible, boys. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? If the SPY, what's crazy though, guys, like you got to think, like, even if this all like if the SPY went to 160, like the internet wouldn't. I don't know, honestly, like I don't know exactly what would happen, but like the market is not, the stock market is not the economy. If that makes sense, like the stock market is not the world. Like there's a lot of people out there, and you know, that live in this world today that do not even own stocks. Like if the market crashes, let's say the market crashes 10% today, the worst crash ever in history, I would say that like there's a lot of people out there that would have no clue. They would literally be like, well, I heard something about the market crashing. I don't know, you know? Like it's a pretty interesting world we live in. Like I talked to, it definitely, yeah, the market obviously impacts things, and it, you know. I mean, the market crashed in 2020. The stock market crashed in 2020. And I mean, everybody that I knew made a shit ton of money in 2020. Not in the market, but just from, you know, businesses and construction and everything going on. So, I don't know. What are my opinions on using copy trading at this time? I don't think it works that well. 30% of the country was laid off from retail, maybe jobs, things like that, but there were still a lot of people out there making money. My dad was hiring people 20 bucks an hour all day. Nobody wants to work though. So right now the SPY, the Qs here, the SPY up to the 377.40 area, the Qs right now at the 280s. I went on my boat every day, Anthony. Partied on the boat during the whole lockdown. They were trying to say it was a lockdown. I said it was time to go party. Screw a lockdown. I ain't stopping. It was funny. They actually did talk about like trying to lock down the port and stuff there in Fort Lauderdale during the quarantine. Yes, obviously, yeah. There were people, yes, Anthony, people that, you know, that lost a lot of money and blah 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 during 2020. It's true. But look what happened since, you know. Oh, should we do an up and down poll here? Let's do an up and down poll. All right, what do you guys think? Will the market go up or go down after the meeting? Let's get this poll in the chat box. There'll be a poll for you guys. Hit that whichever decision you want. I'm not gonna influence your decision. Will the market go up? Will the market go down? Vote in the poll. Also hit that like button as well. Let's go. We got about, what is that, 19 minutes. 19 minutes, baby, before the news comes out. Like I said earlier, this is historic. We're living through a historic time, my friends. One day, far away from now, one day in the future, there could be a book, a movie, a TV show showing this exact moment. They could use footage from my live stream, actually, 100 years from now and say, look at these idiots on the internet trying to make money off of the meeting. The poll, what was the poll? You can see the poll in the chat box. The poll is, will the market go up or will the market go down? We got 44 votes so far. Once we get to 100 votes, we'll end the vote here, but 45 votes so far. 36% are saying that the market will go up and 64% are saying the market will go down. I know what that means. The market's gonna rally to the moon, boys. I'm doing the opposite of whatever you guys vote. Whatever the vote is, I'm doing the opposite. I'm buying call options right now, baby. I'm fading all you guys. I'm fading you. Come on, let's get the votes going. If you're just now tuning in, we got a vote going right now. Will the market go up? Will the market go down? In the chat box, you can vote right now. Will it go up? Will it go down? We got 38% saying that it will go up and 62% saying the market will go down. The $1 million question. Like, this literally is a $1 million question. If you could somehow figure out exactly what's going to happen in the next 15 minutes here, you could make a lot of money. Bam 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 bam. Yes. All right, so we've got currently 38% of the 72 votes saying that we're going to go up and 62% saying we're going to go down. So looking like a lot of people are bearish that the market's going to crash today. I don't know. They say that 90% of people that trade lose money, so it'll be interesting. It's gonna be a wild ride. What's you'll see on the like on the matrix here, you'll see like the orders and everything. Like, there won't be any orders. There'll be a massive gap. Like a big spread. There's gonna be a massive spread. Gonna be a lot of volatility there in that first 5 minutes once the minutes come out. Maybe just buy one call, buy one put. I mean, the Pelosi's, they just bought a bunch of call options recently, actually. So if you're gonna copy trade anyone, somebody asked about copy trading earlier. If you're gonna copy trade someone, I would say that the best person to copy trade might be Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, they always buy options that are like a year out, maybe 2 years out. I'm actually looking to buy some options on some tech stocks that are like a year out from now, like March 2023. March 23, looking at options maybe on I think Alibaba could have really big potential, but it also, I think it's risky. It's a risky trade either way. You got big potential to the upside, but you obviously got, you know, the risk as well. But I think Alibaba could be a play for a rally. If the market starts to rally, we find a bottom here. Alibaba, I think, is setting up for something. Obviously, this is not financial advice by any means, but I'm liking it. Alibaba. Their revenue is going up. China is growing. Money, 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 money. What does the spread mean in trading? Basically, like you'll see on the like the order book, the book here, you'll see like right now, see how tight it is? Like literally, like the spread is only, you know, 0.25, like 25 cents. But once the news comes out, you'll see like maybe a $5, maybe $6 spread for a couple minutes, as like nobody wants to buy and nobody wants to sell as they try to figure out which way the market's going to go. So you'll just see like it basically, there won't be any volume there. Well, obviously, yeah, that's the downside potential, right, Ben? To expect a big upside move, you have to expect that there's obviously downside potential as well. All right, so here's the vote. We got the vote. It's done. 101 votes. We got 59% saying the market's going to go down. We got 40% saying the market's going to go up. There it is. History in the making, boys. It's 1:47 p.m. here. June 15th. We're in the history books. Put it in the history books. The vote has been done. The majority of you guys are saying the market's going to go down. I'm buying long. I'm getting long right now. It's going to the moon. Find any information about what? The vote? Everyone's go long. Everybody go long. The vote has determined. I think we go sideways for a minute. All right, we got 58 likes. We got 187 people watching. Let's blow up that like button, boys. Let's blow up that like button, boys. The trading fees on IronBeam. It really comes down to how much your trading is, your volume. So the fees will depend on how much you trade. If you trade a lot, you can get better fees. If you don't trade a lot, you get normal fees. This could shut up right here. Like a little like bull flag here. Watching the 3-minute chart here on the NASDAQ right now. The SPY turning down. The NASDAQ sitting right there. We're above the VWAP on the Qs. The SPY is below the VWAP. Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. The low on the SPY, 376, and the low on the Qs so far today, 278. Let's see. We got about 10 minutes here, 10 minutes till the minutes come out, and we're about to see some massive volatility here, boys. We got 68 likes. 68 likes, and let's pop it off. So we're getting ready for this Fed meeting, baby, for the minutes to come out. And there's the dump. They're dumping it into the meeting. This could really set up, boys. Really set up for pop here. All right, we're down to the final 10 minutes here. History will be made today. History will be made. You can see right now futures selling from the 540s down there to the 511s now. Sell. Bow, 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 bow. I feel like it's just not that cut and dry, right? Like it's just not that cut and dry. That's been my new trading strategy is whatever seems simple, whatever seems like the most logical, easiest, plan. That's normally what doesn't work. But right now we're dumping. Going straight down here on the 1 minute chart. Down to the 500s now. The low there at the 490 area here on the M and Q, on the NQ right now. Will she bounce here on the 15-minute chart? Got a trend going at this level, so there's that. Oh, she just bounced off that trend right there. Literally the minute that I said that. Uh-oh. At what point will I look to enter? Once we get a setup. Once we get a good setup. If we break above the 550s. But I'm just being patient. Looks like the bulls are squeezing it back up there. Look at that. That thing literally bounced, like I said, right off that trend line on the 15-minute chart. Literally. Could I have been any more spot on with that right there? Got about 8 minutes. 8 minutes until 2 o'clock when the official numbers come out. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we got 73 likes. We got 200 people watching. It's that simple. It's that easy. You literally just move your mouse and you hit the like button. Big day. Big news coming out on the FOMC minutes. Minutes. The minutes are coming, baby. Can we get there? To the moon, baby. Right now, we're looking at the MNQ. This is the NASDAQ, the futures on the NASDAQ. That was a nice little rip, though, back from the 500s up to the 540s now. 3-minute candle on the Q right now, just pushing to the moon. Pushing to the moon here. 281, looking like it's very doable to push up here. Somebody said earlier that it was sell, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Looking like buy right now. She's buy. All right, look, I've got one goal today. One goal and one goal only. Before the news comes out, we got 7 minutes here. Can we break through 100 likes? I think we can do it. 82 likes right now, 187 people watching. It's literally free, guys. If you hit the like button, it doesn't cost you anything. It's totally free. You just literally take your little mouse and you hit it. Let's go. All right, 281 was resistance here earlier, that 550 area on the NQ. Let's see. Look at that. Wow. Popping off, baby. 100 likes. Let's go. Big day, big day, big day. 281 coming up here on the spot, on the Qs now. Oh, I should have bought the dip there. Should have bought the dip. Up there to 550 now. Wowzers. On the 15-minute chart. Oh my God. Like, it played out beautifully on the 15-minute chart. I didn't take it. Oh, man. It's going to get fun. It's going to get real fun here. Holy crap. From the 500s already pushing back up to the 570s here. And when the news hasn't even come out yet. Either someone's just front running this thing or I don't know. Look at the spread. We got a spread now. We almost got about $1 spread at times. I mean, 100 is bullish. 100 basis points is bullish. Because that basically says, like, look, the Fed believes that the economy, they believe that the people can handle it. If the Fed comes in below 75 basis points, they're basically admitting that the economy is not strong enough to handle a raise. So, Jerome Powell's got to come through with some news today. I'm gonna turn my fan on. It's heating up. It's heating up, boys. Woo! Let's go. Oh. Gotta turn the fan on. It's getting hot. Look at that spread right now. Look at the spread. We got about almost a $2 spread, and the minutes haven't even come out yet, baby. So, like, literally, if you entered long right now, you would have to pay like over $2 extra. I mean, $3 right now. Look at that. Pretty much, if you wherever the red and the green is, that's the spread. I mean, there's literally no buyers sitting there. So either way, like if you want to short or you want to get long, you're basically entering in the red. We got about oh, I think the minutes might have leaked there, boys. We got 2 minutes here till the actual 2 o'clock. But something is definitely happening right now. Something is definitely happening. We got some action, boys. Did the news come out? No news yet. Look at that. 50 points, baby. From the 550s up to almost 600 on that wick. We're looking at the 1 minute chart right now. Just because this action is so insane. Here we go. It's getting ready for witching time, for happy time. Look at that spread right now. Oh my gosh. It's getting ready, boys. Woo! Dude, I think we're going to the moon. We're gonna go to the moon right now, boys. I don't even know what to do here. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting. This is madness. Trying to trade this right now, you're basically just, you might as well roll the dice. Roll the frickin' dice. Go to Vegas, bet on black or red. At this point, look at this. These wicks right now. Oh, there we go. The news should be out. Let's see. Where's the news? Where's the news? Is it out? CNBC hasn't updated their website yet? What the fuck? Three quarters, baby. They're gonna hike. Look at that. The market loves it. So confirmed. Looking like 3 quarters, 75 basis points. And here we go, up to 283 on the... Look at this action right now, boys. Look at this absolute madness here. Ho ho ho. So there's that first move up to the 640s. Now I can't even, like, it's going so fast I can't even show the whole candle here. So there's a pullback now down to the 520s. Big old spike up here. Down to 280 now on the Qs. Look at this. I don't even know what to do with this action right now. It's literally madness. You can see here on the, this is a little, maybe a little bit easier to see on the NASDAQ right now, that 279 area. Sell, 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 sell. From the 283s down to 279. Looking for a pushback up here. I jumped in long on the M&Q here, one contract. See if we get a big push up here, back above this 560s for $100. Let's see if we get it. Oh, baby! Locking in $100. One contract. Oh, whoo! You want to get your heart racing. That was madness. Absolute madness. That's probably my one trade for the day. Wowzers. Look at this. Literally off of one trade here. I made $123. Well, made $100, over $100 on that little action right there, off of one contract. That's how we do it, boys. The reason I got long there, if you want to know, if you're wondering, why did he buy long? If you look at the SPY or the Qs over here, we bounced right off of that 279 area that we kind of had support at there earlier. And obviously I didn't hold it. Ended up taking profit pretty quickly there, but let's see what happens here. I was hoping we were going to squeeze back to 283 right there. 75 basis points confirmed, baby. Let's go. Oh, talk about your butthole tightening up there. My butthole was tightening really tight. Real tight there, boys. So still pretty wicky right now. I mean, we'll wait to see kind of, let's see some, you know, we're gonna know kind of when we get to a point where it's a better time to be getting in once this price action slows down a little bit. This is, so like normally my butthole is like this, but then it was like this. Like normally it's like this, but then it was like this. Look at this action right now. I don't even. From the 640s down to the 480s. We're jumping, we're popping, we're all around here. So the market sell, sell, sell right now, down to the 278s on the Qs. Let's see what happens here, 279. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna mess around anymore. I felt like that last trade was, it wasn't, I wouldn't say the biggest gamble ever, only on one contract, but definitely, you know, gotta play it smart here, boys. The one thing I will say is there will always be more opportunities to come. There will always be more opportunities to come. The worst thing you can do is try to, you know, try to do something stupid, blow up your account. But yeah, I guess I should have gotten long earlier, like I said. That 540 area sold at the 640s. I don't know if I could have actually sold though. That's the problem. Like, could I have sold up there at the top? Probably not. Look at this price action right now. This thing is moving. You gotta love it. We're rocking, we're rolling, baby. If you're just now tuning in, you never subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We got big things going on right here on the channel. I just posted up a video today that I think a lot of you guys, you need to watch this video. I posted this video up earlier today talking about a trading strategy, kind of going through. I went through 70 trades in May. Went through 70 trades in May, and basically, I won't explain the whole thing, but definitely check out the video. I would, I'll put a link in the chat box if you're too lazy to go look. There's a link there. Right now, the market sell down to the 279 level. Just kind of sitting back here, waiting and watching if we get a good setup. When I say a good setup, like I want a setup here. I want a good setup. Right now, we're just sell. The meeting has already happened. Jerome will talk. I guess Jerome talks later on today. He makes a statement. Or he's talking right now, I think, to be honest. I can't find this. They don't really like put out like the actual news here. So confirming the news here, we got the Fed coming out saying they're going to raise 75 basis points as rampant inflation forces the biggest hike since 1994. The Federal Reserve surprised markets on Wednesday with a larger than expected 75 basis points because of high inflation. The Federal Open Market Committee raised its benchmark rate to a range of 1.5 to 1.2 from 0.25 to 0.5 previously. That was more hawkish than economists expected for a 0.5 rate hike. And Jerome Powell said in the weeks leading up to the decision, he wasn't actively considering a 75-point rate increase, and signaled that a 0.5 hike would be appropriate at the June and July meetings. But several signs showing above trend inflation could stick around for longer than feared, forced the central bank to step up the pace of monetary policy tightening. All right. So they talked about right here, the quantitative tightening plan will initially allow $30 billion in treasury securities and $17.5 billion in agency MBS to roll off its balance sheets, with the intent of gradually stepping up the pace after 3 months to $6 billion and $35 billion per month. Wow, that's not good news. The Fed is continuing to tighten there, and they're gonna really start tightening fast. So that's why the market's getting crushed right now. Where do you see the stream at? I see the Yahoo and people talking, but I don't see the actual stream. Yeah, I don't think he's actually talking on YouTube right now. The Fed has a YouTube channel? No way. No fucking way. Jerome Powell has his own YouTube channel? I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. So getting to push back up now off of that 278 level. Well, 277, that was kind of like yesterday's resistance at close. So let's see what happens here. You can see this 277 level kind of was where that resistance was at the end of day yesterday at the close. Little bounce back off there, but let's see what happens. We said earlier this morning, well, not earlier, but this morning, but earlier during the stream, we talked about the idea of this selling down here to the 273 level. We'll see if we're gonna get it. We got about 2 hours left here in the market. Still pretty volatile. I wouldn't say this is where I want to be trading at right now. Look at the action. You can see the order book just going nuts. Still got a pretty big spread as well, about a $2 spread. Normally, you know, during trading hours, that spread between the buyers and sellers is a lot tighter. So obviously this is different extreme market conditions here. Extreme market conditions. Federal Reserve channel. They have a fuck, no way. Federal Reserve. They have a fucking YouTube channel. That's amazing. Oh, it's at 2:30. So at 2:30 they're gonna talk, and we'll stream it here on this channel. There it is. The official. They actually have 126,000 subscribers. I have more subscribers than the Federal fucking Reserve. Let's go, boys. Let's go. That's pretty funny. I'm more popular on YouTube than the Federal Reserve. Yeah, buddy. Right now, the market trying to push back up here. 11,500 on the NASDAQ right now. We're waiting, we're watching. Like to see a good setup here. But also sometimes, guys, sometimes the best trades are the ones that you don't take. And I'm speaking from experience, my friends. I'm speaking from experience here. Charlie B is getting long on the ES right now for a push up. That's not probably not the worst idea. The 15-minute candle. Look at this 15. Can you show it? Yeah, 15 minutes. Look at this 15-minute candle from the 640s down to the 400. So a 200-point move on that 15-minute candle. Literally 200 points on that candle right there alone. You gotta love it. You gotta love the volatility, baby. Now you gotta make the volatility your bitch. See what happens here. We push up above the 500s. Might just be a little relief bounce here. I think if we get back above 280 here, back above the VWAP, pretty much like right here, if we get back above this level, then we can start to think about getting long. Because right now, we're below the VWAP, and I'd just be worried for some more selling to come in there. So kind of, I'd say almost above this candle right here. It might take some time. It might kind of, have to work its way up there, but I'd want to see a push, maybe even like pretty much like in this area here. We need to see a push above this before getting long would be my strategy if I was going to get long. But you could also play it two ways. If we can't push up there and get above that level, then it could be a good short opportunity. But I also think that it might just be okay to not take a trade. Totally fine to not take a trade either. Sometimes, like I said, the best trades are the ones that you don't take. Like, is there a really good setup right here right now? No, there's not. So we're not going to take it. I like easy trades. I like easy money, right? Like I want to be able to I want to see that setup and I want to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, if I don't take this trade, then I'm an idiot, right? Like I want it to be that cut and dry. I want it to be that simple, that black and white, where I can literally see the chart and I see the setup and I'm like, man, that's where I want to buy, right? Like that's where I want to get in at. You can almost, I think we had kind of that setup earlier. Like this push back above the VWAP right here, like if you can see right there, push above the VWAP. And then we broke to the upside. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see that consolidation. I want to see that real reason to jump in there long. So push it back up to the VWAP there. 280 now. Like I said earlier, that normally, you know, the first move is the fake out, and then the second move is the actual, you know, move. So I think right now we're just kind of in that area that we could easily turn down, or we could pop. It's just the odds are 50-50 right now. But like I said, if we get back above this level here, get back above the VWAP, we're setting up for a rally here, end of day. She's pushing, boys. Pushing to the moon right now. Oh. All right. It's starting to heat up here. Starting to get a little bit more interesting. Getting a little bit more interesting here. Let's see what happens. Give us a little bit of time. Like to see some consolidation. Don't want to just jump in on a big old boner candle to the moon. Never jump in on a big old boner candle to the moon. You know, wait for that setup. Got the SPY also trying to push back up here above the VWAP as well. So both the Qs and the SPY trying to push back up here. The news is out. The selling looks like it's done for now. Well, let's see what happens here. So pushed back above the VWAP there. 279, 280 here. See if we get a pullback and then bounce there. Kind of sitting back here waiting, watching. Getting some consolidation here. That's what we want to see. Get a little pullback, 280 level. Beautiful. Market trying to push through 281s here. Can we get it? looking like it's doable. And there she goes, up above 281. I took a little scalp on the M&Q. Quick little 50 bucks. Little scalperoonie. Still not in love with this right now. Like, you know, like it, especially with Jerome, he's gonna be speaking at 2:30, so don't want to get too aggressive right now. I like to keep my money in my pocket and not give it to anyone else. I don't know if it's me being greedy or what, but you know, like those dollar bills in my pocket, I don't want to give them to anyone else. I got $300 right here, and I'm like, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and they're mine. I'm not giving them away. You want my money, you're gonna have to come take it. You're gonna have to come take it, boys. And I ain't giving it. I ain't giving it. Roy Jenkins looking for a short. Oh, okay, Roy. You bear, you bad bear. You bad bear. Sharing is good, you know, after you make the money. You know, you make a lot of money and then you share, you know, you share maybe a couple dollars. You make 1,000 and then you share a few dollars, but you don't share all your money. You'll never get rich giving all your money away, that's for sure. I'm gonna start donating 1% of my total income to a charity. 1%. All $5 a week. It's a write-off. It's a tax write-off anyway. I'm actually donating all my money to the cryptocurrency market right now. I have a really good plan. I got a pretty good plan for crypto. I'll make a video talking about it soon, but I think as we go through this market right here, I think I got a good strategy for buying the dip. A good strategy to come out of this stronger than ever, baby. So the NASDAQ having trouble there at the 281 level now. I think everyone's kind of waiting again to see what happens with Jerome. What's he going to talk about? What's he going to say? So that's about 8 minutes away now. 8 minutes away until the Lord of the market begins to speak to us from his kingdom, from his throne. So pulling back here, Roy Jenkins, are you short? Did you short? Oh my gosh. From the 281s back to the 279s now. Like I said earlier, I just was not loving that price action. I'm happy I didn't try to hold that long for too long. Get it? Hold that long for too long. So you want to learn how to make $100 in 1 second? Well, here's a video. $100 in 1 second. If you want to learn how to make if you want to learn how to make $100 in 1 second, well, watch this video. Sorry, I had to record that for later on. I'm going to use that during editing for my TikTok. For the TikTok. All right. We got about 6 minutes here, and then Jerome will start speaking for the press conference. Look at all that volume, man. All that volume. Whew, that's more volume than we've seen in, well, we got it like that other day, but definitely a lot more volume than pretty much the rest of the day. So just watching right now on the Qs, 279 level. We're gonna get a lot of kind of just, you know, choppy volatility right now until Jerome starts speaking, says some really bullish shit. Jerome says stocks only go up. Boom, market's going to the moon. What if his press conference was literally just he comes out, he sits down, he looks at the camera and goes, stocks only go up. Whew, that's a 10% rally. That's a 10% rally. The whole entire market's going up 10% in one day. Come on, Jerome. Just come out and say it. Stocks only go up. That's all he has to say. He doesn't have to say anything else. Just come out and say that. Just say something like, just, you know, say it. Say that news. Market trying to push back up here again to still watching that 281 level, but kind of stair stepping right now. Made a higher low here, made a higher low, made a lower high, higher low. So can we push up here? Getting stuck there at the VWAP right now. If I can't really like choose the music that I play, because if I play like good music, then I get demonetized. So I gotta play this music that isn't as fun. It is kind of going too hard right now, though. I think the Fed has music playing too. Oh, I like how the Fed's YouTube stream is playing music right now. It's like, do you want to enjoy the Federal Reserve meeting? Well, listen to this nice elevator music. Listen to this nice elevator music. Watching what happens here. Do we bounce? Where do we close at here on this candle? We got about 1 minute until they're supposed to start talking for the press conference for the F. There's 28,000 people watching. Damn it, I need to bump up my streaming, baby. If I had 30,000 people watching the stream right now, oh my gosh, I would be too excited. Where's everybody going? We got now, the streamers are going down. It's going down. All right, here we go. The press conference is live. We're live on the press conference here, boys. What's he gonna say? What will he say to us? Look at all these people just hanging out, enjoying life. Little do they know, there's 100 people on YouTube right now watching the back of their heads. Well, 32,000 people watching the back of their heads right now. Here he comes. The Lord. The Lord.
Good afternoon. I will begin with one overarching message.
Stocks only go up.
Understand the hardship that high inflation is causing. We're strongly committed to bringing inflation back down, and we're moving expeditiously to do so. We have both the tools we need and the resolve that it will take to restore price stability on behalf of American families and businesses. The economy and the country have been through a lot over the past 2.5 years and have proved resilient. It is essential that we bring inflation down if we are to have a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. From the standpoint of our congressional mandate to promote maximum employment and price stability, the current picture is plain to see. The labor market is extremely tight, and inflation is much too high. Against this backdrop, today the Federal Open Market Committee raised its policy interest rate by 0.75 percentage point and anticipates that ongoing increases in that rate will be appropriate. In addition, we are continuing the process of significantly reducing the size of our balance sheet. I'll have more to say about today's monetary policy actions after briefly reviewing economic developments. Overall economic activity edged down in the first quarter as unusually sharp swings in inventories and net exports more than offset continued strong underlying demand. Recent indicators suggest that real GDP growth has picked up this quarter, with consumption spending remaining strong. In contrast, growth in business fixed investment appears to be slowing, and activity in the housing sector looks to be softening, in part reflecting higher mortgage rates. The tightening in financial conditions that we've seen in recent months should continue to temper growth and help bring demand into better balance with supply. As shown in our summary of economic projections, FOMC participants have marked down their projections for economic activity, with the median projection for real GDP growth running below 2% through 2024. The labor market has remained extremely tight, with the unemployment rate near a 50-year low, job vacancies at historical highs, and wage growth elevated. Over the past 3 months, employment rose by an average of 408,000 jobs per month.
The market does not like what he's saying. The market does not like what he's saying. You can see right now the SPY, or the Q's, down to the 276 area. That was that level we were looking at earlier.
African Americans and Hispanics.
There it is, 276 now.
Labor demand is very strong, while labor supply remains subdued, with the labor force participation rate little changed since January. FOMC participants expect supply and demand conditions in the labor market to come into better balance, easing the upward pressures on wages and prices. The median projection in the SEP for the unemployment rate rises somewhat over the next few years, moving from 3.7% at the end of this year to 4.1% in 2024, levels that are noticeably above the March projections. Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%. Over the 12 months ending in April, total PCE prices rose 6.3%, excluding the volatile food and energy categories. Core prices rose 4.9%. In May, the 12-month change in the consumer price index came in above expectations at 8.6%, and the change in the core CPI was 6%. Aggregate demand is strong. Supply constraints have been larger and long-lasting than anticipated, and price pressures have spread to a broad range of goods and services. The surge in prices of crude
squeezing up again here.
Resulted from Russia's invasion of Ukraine is boosting prices for gasoline and food and is creating additional.
Look at this price action right now.
Inflation. And COVID-related lockdowns in China are likely to exacerbate supply chain disruptions. FOMC participants have revised up their projections for inflation this year, particularly for total PCE inflation, given developments in food and energy prices. The median projection is 5.2% this year and falls to 2.6% next year and 2.2% in 2024. Participants continue to see risks to inflation as weighted to the upside. Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs.
He's acutely aware.
Food, housing, and transportation. We are highly attentive to the risks high inflation poses to both sides of our mandate, and we're strongly committed to returning inflation to our 2% objective. Against the backdrop of the rapidly evolving economic environment, our policy has been adapting, and it will continue to do so. At today's meeting, the committee raised the target range for the federal funds rate by 0.75 percentage point, resulting in a 1.5 percentage point increase in the target range so far this year. The committee reiterated that it anticipates that ongoing increases in the target range will be appropriate. And we're continuing the process of significantly reducing the size of our balance sheet, which plays
Market's starting to like what he's saying, I think.
Of monetary policy. Coming out of our last meeting in May, there was a broad sense on the committee that a 0.5 percentage point increase in the target range should be considered at this meeting if economic and financial conditions evolved in line with expectations. We also stated that we were highly attentive to inflation risks and that we would be nimble in responding to incoming data and the evolving outlook. Since then, inflation has again surprised to the upside. Some indicators of inflation expectations have risen, and projections for inflation this year have been revised up notably. In response to these developments, the committee decided that a larger increase in the target range was warranted at today's meeting. This continues our approach of expeditiously moving our policy rate up to more normal levels, and it will help ensure that longer-term inflation expectations remain well anchored at 2%.
Market's liking the news right now. They're liking what he's saying.
The median projection for the appropriate level of the federal funds rate is 3.4% at the end of this year, a percentage point and a half higher than projected in March, and 0.9 percentage point above the median estimate of its longer run value. The median projection rises further to 3.8% at the end of next year and declines to 3.4% in 2024, still above the median longer run value. Of course, these projections do not represent a committee plan or decision, and no one knows with any certainty where the economy will be a year or more from now.
No one knows.
Over coming months, we will be looking for compelling inflation is moving down.
You guys seeing this move right now? Holy shit.
We anticipate that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate.
Oh my God.
Depend on the income
We just ran 100
for the economy.
right there.
Clearly, today's 75 basis
100 fucking points.
Large one, and I do not
Look at this thing right now.
this size to be common.
It's madness.
From the perspective
It's fucking
of
madness.
either a 50 basis point or a 75 basis point increase seems most likely at our next meeting. We will, however, make our decisions meeting by meeting, and will continue to communicate our thinking as clearly as we can.
The shorts just got squeezed.
To bring inflation back down to our
Woo!
goal and to keep longer-term inflation.
Look at this. This is a 3-minute candle, boys. 3-minute candle.
Making appropriate monetary policy.
Holy shit.
Environment requires a
What did I tell you? Oh my God.
in unexpected ways. Inflation has obviously surprised to the upside over the past year, and further surprises could be in store.
This is batshit crazy right now.
We therefore will need to be nimble in responding to incoming data.
I don't even know what to do. I definitely don't want to jump in right now.
Strive to avoid
Holy
adding
shit.
uncertainty to what is already an extraordinarily challenging and uncertain time. We are highly attentive to inflation risks and determined to take the measures necessary to restore price stability.
It's madness.
The American economy is very strong and well positioned to handle tighter monetary policy. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Howard Schneider with Reuters.
All right.
Any questions? Chair Powell, do you feel...
What a time to be alive. Got some insane action here. Well, they keep squeezing it up here. That's the $1 million question. I got another little scalp there. I think I'm done. Oh, I'm gonna wait. No more scalping. No more scalping. I'm don't like it. I don't like it. As it's going higher. $282.50 now on the Qs, pushing higher. Still going. Oh, 283 now. Let's go. What I literally said earlier, 75 basis points. The market was gonna boom. And look at it, it's booming. Up almost 3% now. Holy guacamole. Oh my, look at this move right now. From the 400s up to 700, so a 300 point move. These are 3-minute candles, by the way, so literally a 300 point move in 15 minutes. Look at the 15-minute chart here. 15-minute candle from the 400s up to almost 700 there. Some insane money. Money, 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 money. Market's still squeezing here, up to the 700s. Oh. It's madness. Whew. You and me both, Steven. You and me both. You and me both, brother. Brian coming through with the $10 tip. I'm gonna go buy me a what can I get for $10? What can I get? Where can I go for $10? Get me a sandwich somewhere. Definitely get me a sandwich. Give me a turkey sandwich. I think it's like $8 for a sub. Let's go. Starbucks. Starbucks is like $12 for a coffee. Let's. Fuck, man. Like, as much as I really wanted to go crazy here, but I don't know. I'm totally fine not taking a trade either, you know? I think there's a lot of risk right now, but fuck. Just keeps going up. Oh, fuck it, eh? It's going straight to the moon right now. The FOMO is real, boys. The FOMO is very, very real. The Q's up to 285 now. Why is it taking off? Because everything that Jerome said, they came out 75 basis points. They came out saying that the market's strong, the labor market's strong. They predict that unemployment's going to stay strong. Everything. It's all about the wording. It's all about how they talk about it. We're going for 4%, baby. Woo! Jerome said very simply, stocks only go up. Only go up. Oh my gosh. There's a big gap in the chart here, so there's a possibility for like a 288 move here on the Qs today, up to 288. And if you look here at the Qs here, there was a gap. We gapped down from this 288 level down here to 282, so that's why we're just like skyrocketing right now, because there's just like literally no price action right here. So what time is it? 246 now. So we got to push up above the 286s here. Market's trying to pull back here. There's the pullback. Needed that pullback there. Just can't go straight up, you know? All right, so this is maybe getting a little bit better. We'll start looking for some opportunity here. We get a pullback. Boners go flaccid. You guys funny. See what happens here. If we can get a rally end of day. It's 250 here. Get a push up to the 288s here end of day. Need to start moving here. The bull's got to show some control. $281.50 support. It looks like it. Oh, they dump it. Still just sitting back here waiting, watching. Market just went a little too fast, too quick. Little bounce off the 282s there. Just watching the 11,600 here on the NASDAQ right now on the Qs. Looking for a setup, boys. Looking for a setup. Let's see if we get it. Get ready to get into power hour here. Power hour. Turn on the power. All right, so we pulled back to this previous kind of area of resistance, maybe a little bit lower, 281.50 area. We'll see if that's gonna find some support. So finding some support, kind of low 281.72, so almost like right there. Very close. I like maybe the NQ above the 650s here. And that's why I did not chase this move higher from earlier. No FOMO, my friends. No FOMO. Market was up like 3.4%, now down 2.2%. Or, well, not down, but back to 2.2% on the day. Just waiting to see if we can find some support down here. What a turn in events here. They squeezed it up and then crashed it back down. It's never that easy, boys. It's never that simple. The SPY touching down to the VWAP there, 377.60 on the SPY now. This would be a good area to reverse if it's going to do it. Still got about an hour here in the market. About an hour left. Looking for some green candles to start coming in here. I'd like to see where this candle closes out of here. Still having trouble trying to bounce, just not getting the bounce there. The SPY getting a little bit better of a bounce. The Q is looking like she wants to bounce here. Get back above 283 here for the push. Up there at 283.50 now. It's trying to push up there. Currently long on the MES. Looking for a little scalp here. Take a $50 in profit. Let's see if we're gonna get it. Like I said, maybe just hold it a little bit longer. See if we can't push up here. 284s. On the Qs now. Having trouble there. Getting denied, basically. Ouch. Out at break even now. That was a shitty candle. Gonna bounce here 282 or what? See if it's hold at 282 level, try to push up there again. See if 282 holds here. .282 trying to hold. Needs to rip. Needs to rip it. They need to rip it. Above 283 here. Let's go. We get above this 283 level, we go, come on. Battle right now, boys. This is a battle here. Market trying to reverse back up here, but having trouble. Looking to hold that 282. If 282 can't hold, we're getting out. I'm currently long from the 282 area, basically. And looking like we're gonna lose two. Oh, Still holding that 282 level. Can we push above 283 strong here? Get above 283, try to push up 284s here. It's power hour. Where's the power at? Turn the power on. There we go. Back up there, 283.50s. Should be able to push the high of day, I'm thinking. What do you think? High of day push? End of day? I think it's doable. Beautiful little, got long off the 282s there. We'll see what happens. Sold one contract for this push up here. Might look to sell if they can't break through right now. Looking to she's trying to push. I'm gonna take profit there just to lock it in. Wait for another setup here. If we break above that later on. Still got plenty of time. Got about an hour left here in the market. See if we can get a break over that 380, 283.50 area, and then we kind of turn that into support. Ah. Getting like kind of a little, or I don't even know what you call that. Scissors? When you get two candles that have two wicks that are just like that. I think the last 20-30 minutes of the market today might be pretty crazy too. Depending on what happens here. So I just ordered a new computer screen. Right now I've got two 34-inch monitors that they're vertical. And the problem is, like, I need more space because I got the live stream stuff going on. I need more charts. You know, I got a lot of stuff going on here. So I just bought a new, I think it's like a 34-inch widescreen curved monitor. So my plan is to put the curved monitor in the middle and then put the two landscape monitors on the side. We'll see how it looks. I think it'll look pretty good. Kind of focus right there in the middle. So market trying to push up here above the 283.50 level now. Just kind of sitting back here, waiting, watching. And looking strong here. Can she push, squeeze right through there? What's interesting is look at the 3-minute chart here on this. This is what I think the 13 EMA. Look how beautifully that caught that bounce. I mean, one thing you know for sure is, like, should you be buying up here? Definitely not. 100%, this is not where you want to be buying at. I don't care what you say. This is not the buy area. I mean, if you're going to be buying, I want to be buying pretty much near that EMA. And one thing that I've been focused on too lately is, like, I want to see on the 15-minute chart and I want to see on the, like, 3-minute chart Is the 15-minute chart like at a support, or is it, you know, is it at a an area with the EMA there? So like if the 15-minute chart and the 3-minute chart are both, you know, showing that the EMA is acting as support and the EMA's, you know, trying to push the market higher, like that's when I get excited. Like that's the kind of setup I want. I want that multiple time frames kind of showing me, you know, that we're getting ready to turn up or we're holding support, you know? So if the 15-minute chart's holding, you know, bouncing off that EMA, and then the 3-minute chart's doing it, I mean, that's pretty fucking, like, let's go. You know, that's where we need to be at. But, you know, if you look, I can't even pull it up here, but earlier when this thing went crazy, the 15-minute chart, same thing. I mean, we were so far off the EMAs on the 15-minute chart, and then being off the EMAs on the 3-minute chart. I mean, you got to expect some type of pullback there. What should I eat for lunch today? Any ideas? Anybody got any ideas? Not a lot of options on the North Shore, to be honest. Living in Hawaii, there are not a lot of options. Where I live at, I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's literally like, what's the, you know, not many options. We literally have, what do we have? We have 3 food trucks. We have a bakery. And then, no, we got 5 food trucks. Yeah, fucking 5 food trucks and a bakery. That's all we got. And we got Foodland. Fucking Foodland, man. The funniest is, like, obviously, you know, like, I'm white. You know, I'm not Hawaiian. You know, I'm not a local by any means. I live here, but I'm definitely not a local. And it's funny because I go to Foodland, and, you know, you got all the older Hawaiian women, you know, local women that have been working at Foodland. And obviously, like, a lot of the white people that come here, like, they're just fucking idiots. You know, and I got nothing. It's not about being racist or not, but, like, people come to Hawaii and they're just like, they're oblivious, man. Like, people come here and they think that it's like, people think that Hawaii is like Disney World, right? Like, oh, it's just a fucking, you just throw your trash wherever you want. You just fucking, like, you just do, like, it's all just one big fucking Disney World, right? And obviously the people that work at Foodland, they get fed up with it. So the problem is, like, I'm white and I go to Foodland and I fucking, you know, like, they think that I'm like a tourist, and I'm like, I try to be super nice and polite, and I'm like, hi, how you doing? Can I get a poke bowl? But still, like, my buddy, he's Hawaiian, like, super local dude. He goes in there, he gets a poke bowl. There's like fucking a pound of poke on there. I get a poke bowl. There's like 2 pieces of poke. You know? I gotta win over the local older ladies, so I get more poke in my bowl. Banyans in Wailua, that I maybe go to. You know, I like in kind of like that area is what is it called? What's the honey spot? I forgot the name of it. Cafe. Wicked High Cafe is pretty good. I like Wicked High. The problem is it's so fucking far, man. Like, I try to not drive past Waimea. Like, if I can avoid it, I try to not leave like a 5-mile radius. There's like a 5-mile radius around my house, and that's like, I don't leave that. I try not to go anywhere else. My gym, where I work out at, like, everything is literally like within 2 miles of my house. So like, there's a 5-mile radius around my house, and after that, I don't go any further. Unless I have to, obviously, but I try to avoid leaving my 5-mile bubble. I got everything I need. I got the beautiful sunshine, I got the beach, I got the ocean, I got the ladies, I got the Foodland. But yeah, like Philip said, man, those fucking locals smoking weed, drinking in public. You know what's, it blows my mind? Like, literally, like, this proves how idiotic some people are. Like, the whole trash, like, leaving trash on the beach. People leave trash on the beach, and the best part is, like, they have to, like, walk past the fucking garbage cans when they're leaving. Like, there's garbage cans, you know, there's garbage cans, like, at the beach when you leave, like, in the parking lot. So, like, People literally have to walk past the garbage cans to get into their car, and they don't do it. It's mind-blowing. Literally mind-blowing. Pat G said, I don't think it's the tourists dumping truckloads of garbage on the side of the road. We're at in Hawaii. Are they dumping truckloads of garbage on the side of the road? Definitely not where I'm at. You dump your garbage on the side of the road, you get slapped. That's the one nice thing about where I live at the North Shore. Like, there's kind of like this, like, you know, there's kind of like this mystique. Like, people kind of like, people stick to the, you know, staying in line here. Talk about the market. What about it? We're sitting here, we're watching, we're waiting for a setup. Watching this 282 area, this level here, 282. Can it hold? We got another like 45 minutes here in the market, so this is good consolidation. We consolidate at this level here, and then we squeeze up 288 by the end of day. Yeah, obviously, like, I'm not saying that, you know, tourists are the only reason that there's trash, but what I'm saying is a lot of tourists come to Hawaii and they think, you know, they think that it's like fucking Disney World. It's not Disney World, man. And yeah, oh dude, Miami, it's bad everywhere. I'm like everyone's like, yeah, but you know this, but I get it. You know, people just need to have a little bit more respect everywhere in the world. You know, if you have trash, just throw it away. Like, I pick up trash all the time. When I go to the beach, I go surfing, like, I always try to make it a goal of, like, trying to pick up some trash as I'm leaving, you know, trying to, like, do something. Like, where I live at, there's always people, like, fucking, they throw their trash on the side of the road or whatever, but, like, you know, the other day someone dumped, like, some tires on the side of the road, and I ended up picking them up, took them to the dump, you know? I think it's, you know, if you could try to be the better, what you want to be, try to be the better in the world, then that's the goal. But yeah, right now, looking at the market, 282 is kind of what I'm watching, this level here, if it could hold. But until then, I mean, the volume's kind of been slowing down here. We're kind of consolidating. The market squeezed up to, like, what, 286? 286 squeezed up. So needing some time here to consolidate. What do I think? Do we dump tomorrow? Let's see. Look at the bigger picture here. On the hourly chart, this is that gap I was talking about earlier. Look at this gap in the chart. We got a couple gaps in the upside here. I don't know. I think we might rally here tomorrow. If we could fill this gap here, we got this other gap up here. Maybe the Qs, the NASDAQ tries to get back up to the 30,000 level, or the Qs try to get back to the 3,000 level here. I think a lot of people think that, like, if we're in a recession, that if we're in a bear market, the market's gonna go just like straight down, but that's not the case. You know, like, there's gonna be pops, there's gonna be drops, and like Velocity Venture said, yeah, the best plan really is just to wake up tomorrow morning and trade whatever actions in front of us, to not try to predict the future, but to just trade what we see. But this is very much looking like it wants to squeeze higher. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I had to put a percentage of this squeezing higher, I'm saying 75% that we squeeze up to the 286 level here, end of day. %75 chance that this squeezes up. Trade the chart, not the news. That is the truth. I mean, it's looking pretty good here on the 3-minute chart for a squeeze up. I'm kind of like checked out now. I'm kind of over it. But in the case, and if we see something that's like really, really good, I might take a trade. But I'm already in the green. I've had a few trades that I wasn't like in love with, and I don't want to give back any profit. So Here's that push up to the 700s now. I probably could have put one contract on there, but fuck it. Fuck it. If we push up to 286, maybe I get long up there. I don't know. The more and more that I trade, like literally the more and more that I trade, the more that I get to a point where I'm just like, you know, I used to be like, I felt like I just like, if the market was open, like I had to be like in a trade, right? Like I was constantly just like, oh my God, I gotta make a trade here. Like something's happening. But the longer that I've traded, the longer I'm trading, like in my career of trading, like the less and less that I'm like, oh, you know, I used to have so much FOMO. And the longer that I've traded, like I've learned that the FOMO, it's not there. You know, you're not gonna make money FOMOing into every trade. And also, like, there's days where, like, yeah, maybe there's a good setup, maybe you have a setup here, maybe the market moves higher, but is it like the best setup I've ever seen? No. So I'm trying to be better, you know. I've had huge issues with my emotions trading in the past. I've made that very clear on the channel so many times, talking about that. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody can basically learn to trade. You know, you buy low, sell high, you short high, sell low. You know, it's not fucking rocket science. A lot of people try to make trading rocket science, but I'll tell you right now, like at the end of the day, teaching someone to trade comes down to like very simple premises, you know, like the candlesticks, you got the VWAP, like you don't need a million different ideas and indicators and theories, but really it's about patience. Like fuck, having patience, like having patience when you're in the trade and then having patience when you're not in the trade. Like that's the big like, you know, the big difference maker for being a good trader. Because how quickly are you guys, like when you enter a trade, like probably the first thing you're thinking about is like, all right, I want to take profit. Like it's like I do it. I did it today, you know, like where you're at a trade and you're like, man, like I want to take profit. Like you're so quick to take profit, and then when you're in a losing trade, you got no problem holding it because you're like, well, you know, I'm gonna hold it because I think it's gonna go back up. Like it's trying to like basically build that patience, and also accepting that like, hey, if the market moves without me, it's totally fine. I'll survive. Little philosophy for you guys here. It's 324, so little motivate. I'm all about that motivation, baby. Motivating people over here. Right now, pushing nicely though. This is looking like like I said, that 75% chance of this pushing over the high. Let's see. I probably should have taken that trade. I probably should have, but it is what it is. I think really on this setup here, the entry, I mean now obviously in hindsight, but that should have been the entry here. Had this doji candle there, we were bouncing multiple times, we've held this level multiple times. You could have entered at that 282 area, and now up there to 285. So over 100 handle move there. You can see that 282 area was holding, was a good spot. If you were buying options, you could have bought options, bought those 285 calls, 284 calls on the Qs. The SPY also kind of same exact setup. It's always so amazing, like how the SPY and the NASDAQ literally, like, they trade sometimes like tick for tick. It's kind of interesting how that works. Like how does 500 stocks trade like all the NASDAQ? I don't get it. How does that work? If it's called manipulation, I think it's called manipulation. All right, so it's 3:25 here Eastern, and it's currently 9:25 here in Hawaii. Looking for some opportunity. We're just sitting back here. We're waiting. We're watching, looking for it. Nice little squeeze up now, man. I obviously should have taken that trade. Whoopsies. Still got 30 minutes. There might be some more setups to come. We'll see if this really starts getting crazy again here, end of day. But I mean, we're almost there. 286 again. The Q's right now up 3.2% on the day. I don't want to say I predicted it, but we talked about this earlier. Someone was saying if the Fed raised 75 points, the market would get murdered. And I was like, no, think about it like this. If the Fed raises 75 points, then they're going to it's going to send a signal to the market that the Fed believes that the market is strong enough, that the economy is strong enough to handle a 75-point raise. So that's exactly what's playing out here. Looking like a kind of a funky looking bull flag on the 15-minute chart, but it's there. You gotta push over the 750s here on the M and Q now, on the NQ. Little note to self. In the future, if I say that there's a 75% chance that a stock's going to go higher, well, then I probably should take the trade, Patrick. Little note to self. Hopefully you guys all got in on that action there, but man. That's about what, 100? Yeah, 100 handles, 120 handle move. Let's go. Matthew Stevenson making money, boys. Man, I feel like these last 30 minutes are going really slow here. Oh my God, come on. Are we gonna push right here? 286? Damn it, Patrick. Damn it, Patrick. Little feedback hum noise. Might be because of my fan over there blowing into it. Sorry, it's hot as balls in here sometimes, especially right now. It's like, what is it, almost 10 o'clock in the morning here in Hawaii. It starts to heat up. I got no AC, living island life. We on the island life. I'm just an island boy. I live my life. I'm an island boy. I live my life. I'm just an island boy. And there it is. Fucking A, boys. She's squeezing. Pushing up there, 286. It's coming. Definitely have a little bit of regret not taking that trade. Fuck. I know it is what it is, but still. A little frustrating. Just a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating not taking that trade. I should have fucking taken it. Oh, man. And there it is. 285.88, 285.90. 75% chance of it going to 286. This is the QQQ, the NASDAQ that we're looking at right now on the chart. Baby Jesus. 286 now. Come on. Son of a bitch. I'm definitely not hopping in right now, Matt. I'll be waiting for a pullback, if anything. The thing is, like, I'm not gonna jump in to a trade after I just missed out on a amazing trade. I wouldn't say amazing, but missed out on a big trade like that. So that's FOMO. That's serious FOMO. I mean, fuck, market's just ripping right now, but I ain't doing it. 287. I said 288 earlier today. I get that there's no fucking key levels, Matt. It don't matter. It's not part of my strategy to chase the top. We're trading the NQ, the NASDAQ. There'll be a pullback. There'll be an opportunity. Either way. I ain't worried about it. It is what it is. I literally have that tattooed on my arm. It is what it is. It's a life motto, baby. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a piss. Take a piss. Hey, it's still going up. I didn't miss out. More info than you need to know, really? I thought you wanted to know. Fucking listen. See if we get a pullback here, maybe like 285 level. And this is why I didn't chase, Matt. Matt told me to chase, and this is why I didn't do it. Exactly. That's a what, 40, or wait, that's like 60 handle drop there. If I would have chased that thing, no thank you. I like to see maybe 11,700 area get pulled back to that EMA. We got about 23 minutes here till the market closes. 20 minutes. I go live every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We were live a little later today because of the FOMC shit, so, but normally we're live in the morning. I normally don't trade this late in the afternoon, to be honest. I try to stop trading by 11. Oh, Matt, what happened? You told me to buy it. Now I lost all my money. I'm just kidding, but this is exactly why I did not chase that move. Vicky the God, you're down 50%? Oh gosh. On options? I wish I could like literally go back in time. Literally, Matt said hop in. It doesn't look like much resistance when the market was up here at the 11,800. Never number one rule of live streaming on YouTube: never listen to the chat. Never. Don't ever do it. It's not good for business. Vicky the God, how are you down 50%, man? Come on. Gotta get stopped out at some point. 50% is too much to be down. Evening star pattern. Yeah. Wow. This thing's dipping a little bit more than I thought it would, but not bad. Still bullish. If it can reverse here, kind of retesting that previous area of resistance is what we like to see. I'm live every morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern live, 9:30 when the market opens. Stock market opens at 9:30. That's when we'll be live on YouTube. If the market's not open, well, we won't be live. All right, so we got about another 20 minutes, 19 minutes here till the market closes. We'll see what happens if we can hold this area here, 284. We hold that 284 level, we can try to get going here. Mageco, I got a video for you, my friend. I got a video that's perfect for you. If you want to know how to find entries, all that fun stuff, I've got the perfect video for you. I'm going to put a link right here for you. Don't even worry. I'm going to help you. I could sit here all day long and try to explain it, or I can just show you this video because it pretty much explains it to the dot. There's a video. I'll put a video there in the chat box for you. I would explain it, but the video does a lot better job of explaining it. The 3-minute chart, my friend. Check it out. And yeah, honestly, the strategy for entries, exits, it works on anything with candlesticks. You put a candlestick on a chart, it'll work. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever. Stocks, futures, everything. I can't really say your name. Rompiendo? If you trade futures, there's no PDT rule, my friend. Check it out, futures. If you're having issues with PDT, I would highly suggest looking into futures. JR making some profit today. Let's go. Right now we're looking at the NASDAQ, the NQ, the MNQ. We got Vicky the God praying right now that his puts work out. Praying. Fingers crossed. Hopefully you didn't buy those puts today going into the meeting. You had a better chance of going to Vegas, betting on black or red, whichever one. It's like a 49% chance or 48% chance of one of those hitting. Michael said, how come the EMAs on the 15-minute chart don't match the 5 and 3-minute charts? It's because of the way they're anchored, the way they're set up. I honestly don't have an exact answer to that. Do I see a W on the 30-minute chart? 30-minute chart. Let's look. I don't see the W. Where's the W at? Nice work, Ben. Would I enter now with a long position? No. We don't enter as the market's pulling back. We wait for that confirmation. We want to see some consolidation. We want to see a setup. Right now, the market just sell. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna enter here, and then the market's gonna lower. You know, as I'm saying it, it might end up reversing here, but let's look for some confirmation. You know, let's get a push back above 284. Let's get some, you know, some test of that support area, and then we look for an enter for a long. You know? So right now it's literally just red. Doesn't really, it's not telling me that I should be entering just yet. Even though we're right here where we were at earlier. I'll be a little, you know, little cautious. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong chart. Sorry. Right now, so again, you know, we're red. Let's look for a reversal. Something to happen before we get set up. So on my on this chart right here, on the 3-minute chart, I've got it set up. I've got the 13 EMA on there, and then on the 15-minute chart, I've got the, I think I got the 21. Yeah, so I got the 15-minute chart is a 21 EMA, and then the 3-minute chart is the 13. It might be a little high, you know, maybe it could be a little lower, maybe like an 11 or 9, but I like the 13 because it's kind of giving me maybe a little bit more padding, you know, a little bit more padding. Like it takes a little bit more effort for the market to kind of get to that level. Velocity Ventures, that's closing at 280. Oh, man. What are we going to get? Let's see. This is kind of like the make or break spot, I would say. The market needs to kind of hold here, 284, 283 on the Qs. On the SPY, that 380 area needs a hold for a potential pushback up here. You can see on the SPY right now at that previous area of resistance. So if we can turn this into support here, it would be bullish for a nice little run at the end of day here. We got about another, what, 13 minutes. So we're getting close. Both charts setting up with that kind of same exact setup here. And I'll be watching to see if we can kind of hold here, push back above 284 on the NASDAQ here. And I think, yeah, if you're going to try to get long on the NQ right now, I mean, get back above 11,700 would be a good. You get back above the EMA here, get back above 11,700, then we start to push. The problem right now is I just don't love where we're at with the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart is not looking very hot right now. We've just had this kind of crazy volatility up and down, so it's going to look a little weird. But we're pretty far from the moving averages on the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart right now is about 100 handles, 100 points above the moving averages. So be a little cautious of that. Think about that. You know. Remember, guys, it's not, you know, just because the market's open, just because you can place a trade does not mean you should place a trade. There's always more opportunities coming. What's the next one? Tomorrow morning, baby. We're live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Tune in. And what's funny too is like we're still pretty spready right now on these future contracts. Like look at the future contracts. Still pretty, still spready. I mean, in a normal market, we should be like literally no spread at all between the buyers and sellers on those future contracts. But right now, we're still a little spready. So like the market really hasn't decided exactly like which way it wants to go yet. Thank you, thank you. New subscriber, let's go. If you guys haven't already subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe button. Let's go to the moon together. So right now getting denied, like I said, I was looking for that 11,700 area for a break over that to get long. And you can see that's exactly why I didn't get long, just because we pushed back above the EMA there. Oh, Velocity Ventures with that 280 call. It might happen. It might happen. 282, 68 right now. Looking like we're going to lose that support there. If this candle doesn't reverse in the next couple minutes, well, the next 22 seconds, it could be bad, bad, bad. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. The market opens at 9:30 a.m. and we'll be live on YouTube. The stock market in America opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Whatever UTC time that is. I don't even know what UTC time is. Universal time, but pretty much if the market opens in the morning, we'll be live. All right, so I'm thinking this is definitely not looking hot for a bull run here. They pretty much like needed to hold that 283, 284 level here. Maybe we bounce off 282 and get another big squeeze up, but like I said, I just wasn't loving this setup. The 15-minute chart just was not looking very hot. Even though like sometimes I'll see a good setup maybe on the 3-minute chart. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the 3-minute chart and I'm like, okay, I kind of like this setup. But if I look up, above my 3-minute chart is a 15-minute chart. If I look up at the 15-minute chart and I see that we're like really far from the EMAs, like we're not looking too hot, like we, you know, we're the last candle maybe had a big wick on the top, then I'm kind of like, I don't really love it. So I'm using the IronBeam app for trading futures, and then for options, I'll be using the Interactive Brokers platform. I'm pretty excited. Well, hopefully I'm crossing my fingers that the market makes one more leg lower. Like, I think the NASDAQ can still go lower here this year. Like, if the NASDAQ, let's say the NASDAQ, I would say 260 would be a great area for the NASDAQ to get down to. Maybe even like 250, 260 area here on the NASDAQ. And at that point, I'm looking to get long. Looking to get long down there. But right now, I'm still like not in love with this. Maybe, you know, we've had like some pretty big gaps in the chart here. So thinking that we maybe get some pushback up, maybe we kind of push back up into this level here, up to that 310 area, and then we kind of roll off again. Would make sense. So we'll see. This is the IronBeam app that I'm using right now. Do I draw support and resistance from the candle wicks or the bodies? I'd say the wicks, unless it's like some really crazy wick. But in general, I mean the wicks are it's price action, right? Just because it's a wick doesn't mean that, you know, it's just the candlesticks opening and closing. But obviously, like the less wicks there are, the stronger the move. So that's something to think about as well. Like if you're seeing a lot of wicks on the candles, you know, it can be a sign. So the market having trouble here. Would have been a beautiful short from the top up there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. If I had $1 for every time I traded in hindsight, I'd be a millionaire. I'm sure you guys are the same way. All right. So just kind of seeing what happens here. We got about 6 minutes left in the market. 6 minutes left. The Q's right now up 2.4% on the day. The SPY at the 1.3% day. So we might just kind of close right here, to be honest, unless they just start going crazy right now in the last 5 minutes here. But definitely bouncing. The SPY bounced right off that 378 area, that support. So if we somehow just start getting a big old boner candle, but that's not much time left. These are 3-minute candles. So, I mean, you need a massive boner candle to get back to that high on the SPY right now. Same thing with the Qs. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button. You know what to do. Your trade strategy should work to the downside. It does work to the downside, Matt. But I talked about this before. Like, for me, I like to, if I'm gonna be, if we're above the VWAP, if we're bullish, then I like to stay like in a bullish kind of focus for finding opportunities. Where if we're trending lower and the market's going down and we're below the VWAP, then I like to focus more on being short. Because I have found that what happens is, like, if you're trying to be like short long, like back to back to back, like you end up getting to the point where like you just kind of lose it. It's too much. I think the best strategy, like at least for myself personally, is, you know, if we're trending higher, if the market's showing strength and we're pushing, then I'm gonna stay with that trend. Like obviously, yeah, you could have shorted earlier from that high up there, but personally, like me emotionally and mentally, I'm just better off not doing that. Because if I do that, I end up like just getting chopped up. It happens to me. Do I trade stocks and indices only? I trade cryptocurrency as well, but mostly stocks, indices, mostly futures, to be honest. Like my big focus right now is futures. Like I think at the end of the day, like if you can master trading futures, you can do anything in life. Anything in life. Anything. I'm telling you right now, literally. You get good at trading futures and you can make a lot of money. Where would I have shorted if I was in a short on the Qs earlier? Well, I think you basically short for this candle here, that breakdown. I mean, we were trending. Look at the pattern here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these candles did not break below the previous candle, right? None of these candles broke below the previous candle. And as soon as we broke here, that was pretty much a sign to get short. But like I said, I just know, like, from my personal, you know, evolution as a trader, I like kind of just trying to stay on one side of the trade. Yeah, the VWAP's down here at the 281. What indicators am I using? So I'm using right now, I got the Ripster EMA clouds on there. I've got the VWAP. I got support and resistance levels. And then I've got the volume as well. So you can see the volume profile, and that gives us an idea. You can see all that volume in here right now. We consolidated off that volume earlier. Do I have a video explaining how to trade futures? Oh, my friend. There's like 1,000 videos on my channel, and they're all there for you. I'll link the play. I made a playlist recently actually about we got 2 minutes here till the market closes. Unless we get some insane boner candle, I don't think we're going anywhere. It would have to literally be like it would have to be insane. I don't think we're gonna get it. I do not think it's gonna happen. But in my defense, I said earlier, 75% chance. The 75% chance that we went to that 287 level, 286, sorry. And look at it. We had almost a 200 handle move there. So for anyone who's watching, a 200 point move off of, you know, one contract, that's like, I can't even do the math. That's a lot of money. Make good money there. So, how do I share my template? Is there a way to do that? Appearance, symbols, status, events. Oh, template. Save as. Oh, look at that. Patrick, I can save this template. Patrick's ultimate 3-minute strat. Boom. Now what do I do with it? Can I give it away to people? How do I share it now? I don't know. Perfecto. Da da da. Was that where no. Our previous close is down here. Why is it showing that there? Why is that line? Oh, that's the volume. Where's the fucking thing? I don't know. All right, there we go. Market is closed. We didn't move. No boner candles. It's over. So not a bad day. Making some money. We're green. If you guys are new to the channel, you haven't already hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. I don't know. I felt like, you know, if you can go live on YouTube and you can trade and make money and, you know, call out some pretty good setups, it says a lot about you. It says a lot about me. All right. So there it is. I will be live tomorrow morning. I know this morning I was a little bit late because of the FOMC, but I don't feel like I missed out on anything. So tomorrow morning we'll be live back here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Let's make some fucking money, boys. Let's go. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, you know what to do. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Also, before you leave, I got a little the Discord. I keep forgetting to promote this more. I'm like terrible at promoting it, but we got a free Discord. There's a link in the chat box if you guys want to check it out. It's totally free. You can join up, talk stocks, talk to the boys. and share ideas and all of that fun stuff. So there it is. All right. Talk to you guys later on. Well, talk to you.